Everton fans have been protesting today at the way the club is being run under the ownership of Farhad Moshiri. Hundreds of fans have been asking the club to engage, listen and act. Let's get the latest from Alan Irwin.
We're outside the office headquarters of Everton Football Club here on the banks of the River Mersey, where Everton's brand new stadium is currently being built. I'm delighted to have alongside me here the chair of Everton's newly formed Fan Advisory Board. Jazz, delighted to see you. Before we talk about the Fan Advisory Board, there has been a small protest. A number of fans at Goodison Park this morning around lunchtime protesting about the current Everton board. What would be your thoughts about that?
Well, it's every fan's right to protest. It's every fan's right to support that's our team, however they want to, however they feel they do want to support them. Personally, I wasn't there this morning. I've got a sort of different role, as you said, with the Fan Advisory Board. I'm sort of focusing on the engagement that I do have with that sort of senior levels within the club, which at the moment for me is working well. So I'm content with the current board at the moment.
Yeah, the Fan Advisory Board, it's the first of its kind to be set up in the Premier League. Tell us, what are the objectives and aims? What do you hope to achieve from this with the club?
So it's a new sort of initiative that the Premier League have announced all clubs will have, and the focus is on the strategic direction of the club. So, for example, to give an example now, we've got different organisations currently in place, such as the Fans Forum, Disabled Sports Association, Supporters Club Committee, and if we're talking about the stadium, for example, that you just mentioned, they will be dealing with more sort of fan-facing operational issues, ideas, whereas at the strategic level we may be focusing more on sort of funding streams and that kind of like.
How much input then will fans have with the Fan Advisory Board? Are they able to feed back to you on a regular basis, and will you be able to put that feedback directly to the board at Everton Football Club?
So that's exactly why we're here. As I mentioned, there are current groups in place with the sort of at the operational level. A lot of these groups have a seat on the Fan Advisory Board, so those engagement channels don't change at all. Obviously, we're a new organisation. We're hoping to get in place a website, and we've got social media channels. So there is an input already for fans to get in touch with us, and we will be dealing direct with board members of the club. We've got a clear commitment from Denise, the CEO, to attend a minimum of 2 of the quarterly meetings every year. We're just working through the process now for any additional meetings, the extraordinary meetings, if there was something major that was happening, and how that would look to initiate that from both our side, and then I believe the club are also doing that from their side as well.
What sort of feedback can you expect? Because there will be disgruntled Evertonians in the transfer market at the moment. Richarlison has been sold, only brought in James Tarkowski. There will be fans who want plenty of questions answered.
There will be, and there always will be. I suppose on the back of the fan led review, sort of recommendations that Tracy Crouch MP submitted, there's a clear sort of divide there where this is more about the off-field activities as opposed to the on-field activities. Now, we get the very sort of intrinsically linked. However, we will raise issues, but the club won't be under any sort of commitment to answer those questions relating directly to on-field performance.
Yeah, and the financial side of matters has also been a concern for a number of fans.
Yeah, it has. Look, it's no big secret the amount of money that's being spent, the amount of money the new stadium's going to cost to build or to finish building. Hopefully now that we have got the seats at the table, we sort of build on that and have the work relationships. But it's a clear commitment that Denise or other board members will be attending as required. So if the agenda is sort of focusing on the financial aspect, maybe be Grant Ingles as the finance director who attends.
Will you be encouraging as much as possible from the fans on any aspect of the football club?
Yeah, of course, yeah. That's why we're here. As I said before, there's sort of fixed organisations who are in place, so that they take up 6 of the 10 positions at the moment. 4 fans were sort of independently elected from the fan base. So that's myself and 3 others. So our channels are open for anybody who does want to get in touch with us.
Is it early days to gauge feedback at the moment?
We've had one meeting with the club, but that was more of an introductory meeting, as they held all the email addresses, contact details, etc. So we got together, we met each other, and we had the formal sort of handover from the organisation that led the process to build this Fan Advisory Board. Our next meeting with the club's not going to be for 3 months. However, we have already met independently as a Fan Advisory Board, and we'll continue to do that on a monthly basis.
Well, you're looking forward to the new season and how the early months go then?
I'm looking forward to it now. We'll see how that changes in the next few months.